Welcome back, fellow armchair generals. This is Gamer 1745 here with my continuing playthrough of Hearts of Iron 4 with Black Ice. Alright, well, we will continue this here.
Befehle!
We're going to pause this and go back on the defensive here. Which may have been a mistake, but I don't know at the moment. Okay, good. There we are. We got air support, intelligence bonus. Okay, I sent and formed up a bunch more units over here. Okay. These we're gonna bomb northern England. These, once they're ready, we're gonna put you up over the channel. You over southern England. And you over northern England. Go after fighters. Go after fighters. They do better after bombers, but it's the range thing. But these guys are just yellow. We want some green, better coverage. And you go after both fighters and bombers just to control that channel.
Angetreten.
Let's
Ausrücken!
advance you into there. The Belgian Congo.
Zuhören! Ausrücken!
Too bad we don't have any airports down here. Let's send some of my air power.
Befehle! Los, ausrücken! Achtung!
Move around to the flank there. Okay, low manpower. Now. Well, we finally have that. Okay. Foreign. There. Now we have limited conscription. I should be able to say that well. Which, you know, is very sort of a minimum service by requirement we can't quite get yet, but do we really want it yet if we don't need it? Because, you note, factory output, it goes down and training time goes up, construction speed goes down, or if we do extensive, we just training time, and we can afford to switch over to that. All adults serve, we don't need that, and scraping the bottom of the barrel, so we're just going to go with this hopefully be a good compromise and increase our manpower. Okay, well, we secured both ports. Now secure the rest of the island there. Are they invading us? Yes, okay, well, we don't have enough transport yet. Can we...
Zuhören!
See if we can fire this off. Yes, good. That will free up some shipping. Invasions take more transport than actually. Let's continue
Ausrücken!
this. No, no,
Ausrücken!
that way. Eyes in the airport.
Zuhören! Ausrücken! Befehle!
Well, let's get across the
Ausrücken!
river. We'll be able to advance much better coming across that river.
Achtung! Ausrücken! Achtung!
Okay, we're gonna hold there until we get reinforcements. And these guys have totally abandoned their
Bereit zum
port.
Ausrücken!
So we're gonna get to port.
Los, ausrücken!
Fighting here. British. Very good. Well, we got more transport partially because some of these guys have made it.
Bereit zum Ausrücken!
Oh, well, yeah. Send them. Okay, we need a little bit more transport than that. Okay, well,
Zuhören!
yeah, that rubber should be. Okay, we now have plenty of rubber. I'm going to cancel this rubber plant. We barely started it. Now, refreshing to have that done. These are still getting bombed. Okay, well. Let's build a few of these factories just to keep up efficiencies. That one, Berlin. Brandenburg, okay. See, what I'm hoping with doing those is it helps. Let me pause this. Was my understanding. I'm not the greatest expert on this, but my understanding is it helps like production of light aircraft and be more efficient, produce light aircraft faster. But if I build more factories here, it takes up more slots or more oil or rubber or aluminum or whatever it is. Obviously now we've secured a lot of rubber. It's an insecure source in that it's way off here. My experience with Hearts of Iron 3 is that we'll get to keep it because we'll constantly be on the offensive. But who knows? Maybe we'll run into a vigorous America who will, you know, come in, land in North Africa here or something, and charge across all of North Africa and take us out.
Zuhören!
Cancel that.
Ausrücken!
And cut off our rubber supply. So I'm definitely not upset that... Oh! Goody, we got a carrier. Took out a carrier, yay, with our air power. Upset that I built those rubber factories. I stopped the one that had just barely started, the synthetic rubber, because we can use it and we can trade it with our allies if they need it, if we have the access. Oh, good. We're getting some good stuff there. Sunk. Oh, well, there they shot down a couple of our fighters. Or naval bombers. And we got another sub. Keep wearing them away. These just the endless battle with Norwegian subs. So we still have a lot available, but we are improving our capabilities.
Angetreten. Ziel
Very
anvisiert.
well, stop attacking there. These guys
Bereit.
are crossing the river to then attack up into there. And this is a flat 41. Okay. Which is an improvement over the flak 18, but should help us out. There's so many to research. Sort of like hard to choose. That'd improve our construction speed. Yeah, let's do that. Now also we need to see, I want to see about looking at that. Okay. Let's reduce that down. We've got a lot. Now a lot of them may be older, outdated models. Let's just make sure on that support equipment. Or, yeah, okay, we got plenty. We're using it up, but we got plenty. Now, what I want to do here is start producing some of these guys. And well, first let's see what we can upgrade. This is what I really like and wish that U3 factory conversion set allowed up to 500-pound bombs to be carried. Okay, so that's a approved bomb. See, I like it when they're rockets carried beneath the wing. So if we wanted to do an upgrade version for ground attack, we can do that. Upgrade the engines for increased reliability. See, instead of just plus, it's notice it grays out. It's a specific model upgrade. I love that. This is my favorite thing. We are starting with the Focke-Wulf 190A. Obviously, it's just the generic setup for Hearts of Iron 4 to call the variants, you know, A, B, C, D, which makes sense in a generic sort of way. Now here, let's see, grade engines for increased reliability and flight performance. So we can do both of those. I don't know if you really could do both of those in real life. Probably not, unless that fuel injection. This is one thing that, and I forget which aircraft, whether it was the 190 or the 109, or maybe it was the Spitfire, but one of them during some of the maneuvers would sort of stall out because it wasn't fuel injected for a while or something. So you know, sort of somewhat of a gravity feed or whatever for some of the engines. So you know, do enough maneuvering. So we'll improve our wing design a little bit. Larger wings that increase maneuverability, since we just have so much air experience right now. That costs us a little agility, but it's probably good. I think that's what we're going to do. So, that's what we're going to do. We got that. Let's put that into production, start ramping it up.
Ziel anvisiert.
Okay, we're going to stop that. We've got too many, so what we're going to do down here, try to attack somewhere we can do it with more support. As long as we're holding Freetown with our allies,
Befehle!
we should be fine there.
Angetreten!
Take that out now. Here. Okay. Siamese Empire has capitulated. Okay. We're not surprised by that. No, let's do another batch of these guys. I maybe should put these back into production because those... I converted everything over to Falkwolves. I think it's a combination of this ramping up, and it was a mistake to do all of that, and it's taking a long time ramping up speed because they're a completely different aircraft type, and just more costs to upgrade. Okay, so China, Uber alles here just about. Well, Japan's finally making some inroads there, but it's added a stupid Pacific War, which I doubt it's going to handle well. Meaning it hasn't even invaded. It hasn't even invaded the damn Dutch East Indies here. Yeah, I just know. I don't think that's like that on the Real Hard Spider map, is it? Ooh. Do we want to do that? Do we want to try to send some units there? That's Portuguese territory. Ooh. Yes, I am holding out some Japanese units. Because we can talk about why the U.S. attacked, or why Japan attacked the U.S. It definitely had a an element that they were sort of stuck in China. They needed resources, most assuredly, which were primarily Dutch and British resources, but they were, I think, fairly sure, and I don't know this for a fact, but having the Philippines there as a U.S. colony at the time, functionally it was a protectorate or whatever, but in the way, and that the U.S. would intervene, so they needed to go after Japan. I mean, Japan had to go after the U.S. because we had embargoed them over their war in China, but now if we were going to go to war with their, the people that we were doing Lend-Lease to in Britain and all that, that we would actively intervene. So sort of somewhat of a desperation move over to China. But remember, they had effectively planned a very successful campaign for taking the Philippines, very successful simultaneous campaign for taking Malaya here, and it very quickly it went into getting, there were considerable Dutch forces, but it was nothing like well defended, taking over all the rest of the Dutch East Indies. So they were able to do all of that, though yes, it did sign their death warrant with the U.S. reaction, but at least they could effectively do that. This kind of thing, without the ability to take it, is just stupid. Well, on that note, we're going to end this episode. Thanks so much for watching. Thanks for liking the videos. See you next time for more Hearts of Iron.